this initiative is open for new members, provided they fulfill very, very strict quality requirements. The aim is to produce CRMs of highest metrological quality. This is the primary aim. The other aim is, of course, that we internally coordinate the production activities. We all know that the availability of certified reference materials is rather low. If we work in parallel, we create redundancies, and this is not very, very good. That's the logic behind the ERM, and I'd like to promote the ERM by saying, please check out the website. I mentioned already to you that we provide training in metrology, and that under the heading of TrainMIC, training in metrology in chemistry. And we have been very, very successful. The initiative started in 2001, and since that we have trained more than 3,700 people in various locations in Europe. It started out in Eastern Europe, but now courses are held all over Europe. In 2007 alone, we trained 758 participants in 28 courses in 15 countries. Of course, the idea is to disseminate best practices in chemical measurements, and we target specifically trainers, which means we target specifically people working at universities involved in chemical education. Because by train-to-trainers, we have some kind of, or we hope to have some kind of a chain reaction. So if we provide the training to them, they can then convey the message to the pupils in the classroom. Metrology research happens. It happens in the member states. But it could be more efficient if it is centrally coordinated. And if the individual funding programs available in the member states, if they are interlinked to create synergy. And this is the idea behind this European Metrology Research Program by the name or by the abbreviation EMRP. The idea will be that under a special provision in the European treaties, and it's based on Article 169, that the funding programs of member states are joined, put together, centrally coordinated, and European Commission would make then an extra contribution to this program. And we hope to kick off this EMRP in 2009, 2010 at the latest. And then it should run for 7 years. We are not a full member, but we are an observer in EMRP, and we are an associate member of Euromed, the European Organization of National Metrology Institutes, which is, so to speak, the coordinating function within this Article 169 initiative. Now I will touch briefly on our contributions to standardization. We contribute to a number of international standardization bodies. Certainly, most important to us is CEN, the European Committee for Standardization, but we contribute also to ISO, to AOSC, IUPAC, Codex Alimentarius, and so on. Our staff, they are represented on a number of committees inside these standardization bodies. We contribute by validating methods in collaborative studies, and once the results are satisfying, we try to inject these validated methods into the standardization bodies. And of course, for some of the validation experiments, we also use certified reference materials as measurement standards, so to speak. We do have a cooperation agreement with CEN. And this cooperation agreement sets out that we cooperate on various levels, primarily by contributing validated methods to the standardization process, but sharing information is of course very, very important. The co-organization of meetings, of dissemination events is very important. I'm happy to announce to you that on 25th of November we will have the 3rd edition of a CEN JRC workshop, specially catering for the food and feed industry. So if you're interested, please contact me. What we've done so far is that on the request of the Directorate General Health and Consumers, we developed a number of methods primarily for checking the presence, absence of mycotoxins, aflatoxins, ochratoxin, patulin, you name it. And these methods have been submitted to CEN, but also to AOAC and ISO. And, well, I'm happy to tell you that all the methods we have proposed, because of the high quality of the validation results, all of them became standards. But we are not only active in the field of mycotoxins, we also contribute to the measurement of food allergens, of intense sweeteners, and of vegetable fats. Vegetable fats are represented on every working group within this TC. And that's now a specialty, the community reference laboratories. European Commission decided that whenever measurement data of a crucial value are needed, like for dioxins, like for PCBs, like for mycotoxins, then a special system has to be deployed to ensure the quality of the measurement data. And so, a network of national reference laboratories, mostly one competent laboratory per member state, sometimes 2 laboratories per member state, are joined together in a network, and the network is coordinated, supervised, whatever name you wish, by a community reference laboratory. So we have a CRL, NRL network, and in total we have 40 such networks for biological risks, animal health, chemical risks, GMOs, and feed additives. Biological risks, this is the E. coli, viruses in food, salmonella, the usual suspects, so to speak. Animal health, this is your foot and mouth disease, brucellosis, and so on. Chemical risks, pesticides, mycotoxins, dioxins, and so forth. GMO and feed additives, they are special. GMOs and feed additives are authorization laboratories, whereas all the other are control laboratories. But now, make this simple calculation. 40 such networks per network, 27 member states, well, to make it easier, say 30 laboratories in total. This represents a body of 1,200 competent laboratories distributed over Europe. And the CRLs have the chance to steer, to shape this infrastructure. And I'm happy to tell you that we, at the JRC, we operate 6 of those laboratories. We are not active in animal health, and we are not active in biological risks, because this is a little bit beyond our competence. We operate a CRL for mycotoxins, for PAHs, heavy metals, GMOs in food and feed, food contact materials and feed additives. And at our institute, we have the mycotoxins, the PAHs, heavy metals, and the food contact materials. This means